Welcome back, everybody. It's a brand new episode of 5 Minute Majors. I'm your host, Derek Harper. Let's get right to it. There has been not too much news, but enough for a solid week from the WHL, where Wenatchee's made a couple of hirings at the coaching ranks. But the biggest, probably Dale Hunter, the London Knights head coach, will be Canada's national junior team coach next year. He's been there before, and now he's back. He recently guided the London Knights to another OHL championship title and their third Memorial Cup title with a 4-1 victory over the Medicine Hat Tigers. Medicine Hat will be a very interesting team to watch over the next few years with Gavin McKenna leaving for Penn State. So there's that. But in Wenatchee in the WHL's Western Conference, let's talk about their new coaching hires. And I think General Manager Bliss Littler is doing a great job there. They announced the addition of a new assistant coach on Wednesday with Ethan Goldberg joining the fold. He joins Wenatchee after a season as the director of player development for the USHL's Youngstown Phantoms. He brings a wealth of junior hockey experience to Wenatchee. His career spanned 9 years on USHL coaching staffs. He guided teams to multiple titles, regular season titles. So he has a lot of great experience there, and this just seems like a home run hire with Chris Clark stepping aside to be an assistant general manager after being the assistant coach for a number of years at the BCHL level and the head coach at times, and then the assistant coach at the WHL level. So, and then prior to Goldberg joining the fold, Wenatchee announced on Tuesday the addition of goaltending coach Eric Williams, who brings multiple years of coaching and playing experience, including playing the WHL for the Prince Albert Raiders and Spokane Chiefs. So he has that knowledge, what it takes to win, what it takes to stop the opposing teams. He most recently spent time with the BCHL's Chilliwack Chiefs. So in another essence, this makes sense because the BCHL will be losing the Chilliwack market, so that throws staff into array, players obviously. So it just makes sense that he makes this jump with the BCHL losing that market to the WHL once again in the 2026 to 27 season. Now, if that changes and the WHL does not go in there, we'll keep you guys posted. But right now, that's the plan. We've heard nothing of ownership. We've heard nothing of coaches, front office. So we'll see what happens with Chilliwack over the next year, but that's where we're at right now. So it's going to be very interesting next year or two, but I think Wenatchee has taken a huge step forward this week with the additions of these two coaches. It seems like Wenatchee is kind of putting their foot on the gas, looking to be a contending team here soon, and also just I think it takes a little extra to win in the U.S. division. Think about you have Everett. Spokane might be taking a down year with losing some talent there. But the Portland Winterhawks are they're like always a contender, so you have to go against them. Seattle has a year here or there. Tri-City sometimes. But then just the Western Conference also, you got to think about the Prince George Cougars, Victoria Royals. It's just a loaded league and loaded Western Conference. I would argue it's more loaded than the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference, I would say, I don't know, they have four teams who are kind of the big dogs out there. But outside of that, I would argue the Western Conference kind of has more parity, even though the league championship team might come from the East just because they're like the powerhouse. So it'll be very interesting to see, but I expect Wenatchee to take a massive step forward in the next couple of years with the talent that they're going to get and just knowing the way that Bliss builds teams. So we'll see what happens there. London, I think, will continue to do well. And I think Dale Hunter will only bring more experience from the national level with international competition to London and vice versa with London seeing success almost every year and being that contending team. He'll bring success to them. And London, with their continued success we'll be touching on them. We'll probably dive deep into them at some point this offseason, so stay tuned for that.